Good morning, welcome to our Sunday stretch edition. All you're going to need today is one mat, one stretch rope, and one cushiony item that you could add support under your knees when we come onto the mat. It could be a cushion, towel, or a blanket. My name's Charlotte, coming to you from the swimming hole, and we're going to be going together for 30 minutes here. Starting off with an inhale in, exhale, expand that rib cage, reach up to the ceiling, and release down. Inhale in, exhale up, and release down. Two more of those, really getting as long as you can. At the top, coming down, and with your inhale, really feeling that chest expand, open the chest, and reach up tall. Beautiful job. Still in a standing position. We're going to interlace our fingers, press our palms away, lengthening out, stretching through the palm, the wrist flexors. We're going to reach those and press above the head, easing on over to the right, making sure your left foot is pressed strongly into the mat. Inhale up to the center, and we're going to take it over to the left. Inhale, center, and release down. Again, on an inhale, stretching up. Interlace those fingers, press the palms away. Keep your breath flowing. Palms go up to the roof. Lengthen over to your right. Pressing the left foot strongly into the mat. Up center. Switch sides. And this time on the release, stretching those hands back behind your body, either holding onto your wrists, your elbows, or interlacing your fingers and pressing those hands away, opening the chest, gaze up. Breathe here. Release and reverse, reaching those hands forwards, this time interlacing with the knuckles facing out. Press away, rounding your upper back, stretching through the rear shoulder. 2 breaths here. Long inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Imagining that inhaling breath massaging down the upper back. Exhaling, firing through the abdominals. And releasing off. Coming down onto your mat, you're going to grab your nice cushiony surface to come down under your knees. We're going to bring ourselves down. We're going to come into all fours, having the wrists right below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. We're going to inhale again in through the nose, very slowly rounding up through the spine. Cat curl. On your exhale, we're going to slightly lift the tailbone, lift the chin. And extend. Inhale in. Again, imagine that breath massaging down the muscles in the back. Exhale lift. Understanding that the breath will help you further lengthen through the muscles and gives us a nice chance with some mindfulness. Calming the mind. It's a natural way to reduce cortisol levels in our body, reduce stress, really reduces the risks of major diseases. So taking time for calm and quiet in your week is going to help your health and wellness. One more here, inhale in round. And exhale. Bringing your heels together, knees apart. We're going to just lower those hips back. And on this one, we're going to think about seeing if we can inch those fingers away. And then we're going to take the hands, we're going to walk them over to the left side. Searching for a stretch down the right side of your trunk. And the rear right shoulder. If you want to take that a little further, you're going to pick your right hand up. See if you can reach it over your left wrist and then lower that head. Uncross the hands, we're going to walk them over to the other side. You get to decide how far away, the further away, the greater the stretch. So you can take your left hand over the right wrist and sink into it. Bringing it back up to center. From here, we're going to return to our hands and knees. We're going to step our right foot forwards. Our hands are going to rest on our right thigh. Keep your shoulders above your hips. See if you can walk your right foot a little further forwards. Inhale, stay long in the back. Exhale, we're going to ease forwards and gaze up. Adding in a chest opener, your hands come behind your back. Reach those shoulders down and back. Inhale in, exhale, sink into it. Hold that position for a couple of breaths here. Finding length through the left front of the thigh, hip flexors, a little bit into the quadriceps. The whole anterior or front side of your body. Inhale in, we're going to ease that off. Exhale, we can either repeat that or take it a little further with an overhead reach. Again, keep that focus on your breath. Notice the deeper your inhale, the more lengthening through the left front side of your body. Regular inhale, forced exhale. Another one here, inhale. Exhale, we're going to ease it down. Bring your hands back to your right thigh. Find and sink forwards in this position, taking it even deeper. If you're comfortable, reach up. Your right hand is going over your left wrist, and we're going to draw it all over to your right. Let's go ahead and release those hands down. Walk your right foot completely to the right side of your mat. From here, you can leave your hands up. If you want to take it a little bit further into the hips, we're going to bring our hands down either to a stack of books, your cushion, or you can sit them right down onto the mat. Ease it forwards just a little bit further here. Either remain in here or take your left hand, you can reach it to shoulder height, or if you've got the range of motion to take it a little higher, all the way up to the roof. The final step, if you choose to go there, we're going to tuck your left hand down the small of your back. Open your left shoulder up to the roof. Keep your breath moving. And release. Excellent work. Left hand goes down. We're going to do the opposite. Right hand reaches up. Gaze to the fingertips. Both hands come in. Excellent work. We're going to come back to our all fours. And we're going to stretch it back. Nicely stretch here. And switching sides. Now the left leg is stepping forwards. And our hands are going onto the left thigh. Inhale in. Exhale, sink. Inhale in, exhale, sink. See if maybe you can take that left foot and walk it a little bit further forwards. Easing into a little bit more length through the front of the right hip. Inhale up. Exhale. If you choose to advance, the hands are coming behind the back. We're going to draw those shoulder blades down and back. Feel the front of the shoulder opening and the chest open. Ease it forwards. Inhale, release. Exhale, coming a little bit further down, reaching both hands up and holding this time. Keep that breath moving. Bring it on back. And here we have the optional extra, sinking forwards, both arms up, and this time our left hand holds onto our right wrist. They reach up, and then they go over to the left. Intensifying the stretch through the hip flexors, right side specific. We get a nice little opening through the right shoulder as well. It's a nice lengthening through the right side of your trunk. And let's go ahead and release that down. Support the hands on the thigh. And this is when you can get your stack of books, a couple of cushions, or any other object if you want to have a little more height. You can place your hands on them now or put them right on the mat. We're walking our foot, doing a little crab walk with that left foot to the left side of the mat. I'm going to sink in. Breathing into those hips. So stretching is not about how much, how far, it's easing into it. Working with where your body is at right now. More frequently you stretch, more length and ease you'll have, and a freer range of motion through your daily activities. Okay, we're going to come over and lead that foot all the way out to the left. And this time, we're going to take your right hand first, and we're going to reach up to the root. Gaze follows. And if you choose to advance, you're going to slip your hand to the small of your back, opening your right shoulder towards the roof. And release. We're going to switch sides. Bring the hands back down. We're going to bring the knee back, heels together, knees apart, and we're going to stretch it back. Excellent job. So from here, we're going to move our mat off to the side. We're going to lie down on our back. And take your little stretch rope or your towel, whatever you're using for a little assistance. We're going to lie all the way back, and we're going to move on to the back side of your body. So we just did a lot of work on the front side opening. We're going to balance that up by putting our rope. It's going around our left foot. Got my right leg bent. I'm just going to wind the rope around my hand so I can provide a little bit of assistance. And from here, just going to very gently see if I can ease my leg foot a little bit closer towards my chest and head. And just release it and relax it. Ease it on up. So you can play within this range, or if you want to work on a PNF stretch technique where you contract the muscle group and then relax and then release further, you can join me now. So to contract, we're going to take our foot and we're going to press away against that rope. That is firing your hamstring. Here, you're going to release and relax it and take a long inhale in through the nose, and then we're going to exhale and see if we can get a little bit more movement back. Excellent work on that. Now, if you have good stability through the back and you're feeling good, you can extend that right leg. I'm just going to ask that you keep both your bottom cheeks on the mat. So when we pull back, I want to make sure you're not rounding up your tailbone. Okay, let's try again. We're going to go ahead and push away. Release it off. Inhale in and exhale. Ease it on back. It's quite amazing how much that hamstring muscle group will release and let go and give a little bit more length to you. Excellent, and relax it off. Now we're going to keep the rope in our left hand. Take your right hand and place it on your right hip. That's your little guidance to keep that right hip down. We're going to let the left leg open out to the side. Now you might come to here and feel a stretch down the inner part of your left thigh, or you might be able to take it a little bit further. That is your adductors. We're stretching them by doing the opposite movement that they're responsible for. They're responsible for bringing that leg in, so we're going to lengthen them out. Beautiful. Keep the breath moving. Really keep your right butt cheek down on the mat for me. Really not about how far the foot goes, it's to make sure that you are lengthening through that inner part of the left thigh. So we're going to bring it up and over. You can switch the rope to your right hand, and we're going to do the opposing muscle group. So we're going to go over to the right now with the left foot. We're getting a little bit of IT band work, and we're getting our hip abductors. If you were with me in Pilates yesterday, we definitely fired these quite a bit. So they'll appreciate this. Good stretch today. Now you can either hold it there or take your right hand and move it up towards your head a little bit. You're going to get a little bit deeper into that glute muscle. Excellent work. Really working. I'm having that long, slow inhale and exhale. And we'll go ahead and center it up, and we're going to go into our hip opener. So on this one, we can choose to use the rope or not the rope. We're going to bend in your right leg. We're going to place your left foot on your right thigh. And you might choose to just bring the rope around your right thigh and just pull it in. It's a nice way of being able to keep your spine and your head down. If you've got the range that you can come a little bit higher up and still keep the bottom part of your back on the mat, go there now. You're going to get a little deeper opening. Another little trick is if you flex your foot, your left foot, so think about pulling your toes up, you're going to get more of an opening through in that hip. Now sitting is a real culprit for getting this area tight. It's a good little piriformis lengthener. And release it off. Bring both your feet down, hip width apart. We're going to just let your knees drop from one side to the other. Very good. We're going to move on to your other leg. I'm going to switch sides so you can get a good view. You can stay where you are and just switch your legs over. We're going to move on to the right side. Lying down on the back. The rope's going to go over. Foot here, got the left knee bent, and we're going to start over on the right side. So if you're feeling a good stretch here, see if you can maybe bring it a little bit further away and even perhaps lengthen and straighten that leg out a little bit further. You don't have to be completely upright. Certainly a lot of it's a big bend on it too. So you could actually start this stretching process in this position. It depends where you're at. You're going to pick what feels good for you today. So let's go for that PNF stretching where we're going to get a good grip with our right hand. We're going to push away. A couple of seconds, contracting the hamstrings. Release, inhale in. Exhale, we're going to ease it back. Beautiful job. And most of us have a dominant leg that is our prime worker when we're doing activities, and you might find that that one is a little tighter. And again, press away, inhale in, exhale, ease it on back. Nice work. Press away. Last one here, searching for that length. Great work. So from here, release a little bit, straighten your left leg, left hand on the left hip, Working on keeping those hips square, we're going to let this foot come all over to the right side. So we're getting the adductors in the thigh. Checking in on your form, making sure you're not rolling onto your right side here. If that's happening, bring your foot a little further up. Get yourself secure on that mat and be back. Excellent work. Bring it up, center. We're going to switch that and take it to the other side. So these are our adductors. Breathing into it. Centering it up, bringing your left foot in, choosing to use your rope, or you can set that off to the side, up to you on that. And we're going to move into our hip opener, often called pretzel or the fourth square stretch. So you might be here, or you might reach your hands up, or your rope, thread it around through that left thigh, or if you've got the range of motion, you might go through your left shin. Whichever it is, really would like you to try and keep the lower part of your back on the mat, and just tune in again to opening a little more in the hip by lifting the right toes or flexing the right foot. And go ahead and release off. Uncross the feet. We're going to bring those feet hip width apart. We're very gently going to lower those knees from one side to the other. So we're going to move on to a quadricep stretch. And this is a sideline stretch. Definitely listen to your own body on this and see what feels good for you. I don't want you to forcing pressure on your knees. What I'm going to do is I have my bottom knee bent and I'm going to lift my top leg. Now you certainly could take your rope, slip it around your foot and use it to help give you a little bit of assistance on stretching through the front of the thigh. The nice thing about that is if it's a challenge for you to reach your foot, that takes that issue away because you've got a nice bit of rope there to help assist you. Now, the other thing you can do is reach for your foot completely here, and whichever one you choose, I'd like you to keep your knee in line with your hip and don't let it splay out to the side. So if you're having to lift up like this, you're better off using the assistance of a rope. So we're going to stretch your right arm out. Inhale in, and we're going to exhale. We're just going to see if we can kick that foot into the hand. Get a nice length down through that quadricep. Couple of breaths here. Excellent work. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, you can use your rope. We'll go to your hand. Lying down on your side. Reaching for that foot. Gently holding here. If you want to take it a little bit further, using your hand, bring that heel maybe a little bit closer towards the buttocks. Listen to your knees. Tune into where yours are at today. And we'll keep that breath moving there. Excellent. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to go ahead and roll onto our stomach. You're done with the rope, so you can push that out of the way. We're going to go ahead and bring the elbows under the shoulders. And we are extending the spine. So you're going to just keep using or moving your breath. I want you to imagine that your hips are sinking into your mat. We're going to have the shoulders up nice and high. And what you're most likely going to feel is a little heaviness in the base of your back. And this is the complete reverse of us sitting in a chair or slouching on a couch. So this is nice to get the extension. We're going to go ahead and release that down. We'll just turn our cheek over to the right and we'll just bring our hands down to our side just to release that off. And pick up your heels and just let those heels gently swing from one side to the other. Extend them out again. You can either repeat that, or if you'd like to, if you have a little more range of motion, bring your hands wide on your mat, a little further away, and we're going to press up. Now it might be a little arm bend at the elbow, or you could extend all the way up. Just imagine you're a seal on the beach, looking out to the ocean, soaking up the sun, lengthening through the front side of your body, giving your back a break from that chair position that we fall into the trap of sinking into during the day. And release it off. This time you can turn your cheek to the opposite side. We'll bring the hands down by your side. We're going to sneak in a little back strengthener before we come into our final positions. So on this one, like you leave your feet toppled and pressed into your mat or the floor, you're going to turn your palms up. Good. Now we're going to take the palms and we're going to roll the palms out. And just notice how that rolls your shoulders back. A little external rotation that's firing our upper back muscles, promoting good posture. Eyes looking down, and then we're going to lift up the trunk. Squeeze the muscles in your bottom. Fire into the glutes, lift and hold. Keep the breath moving. Now, can you add the feet lift as well? For 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. A little high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Terrific job. Race down. Turn your feet to the side. That's really good. From here, we're going to bring the hands into the shoulders. We're going to press back. Knees apart, heels together. We're going to sink down into a little child's pose position. And we're going to return to an earlier movement class. And I want you to check in with your body. Do you notice a little freer movement or a little more range perhaps? So we're going to take those little hands, little steps across to the right side. So I'm noticing a lot more range of movement here. Super helpful from just a 30-minute stretch. Right, let's see how the left hand goes. Can you maybe get over that right wrist with that further range? Uncross the hands and we're going to step them over to the other side. Tap the chin down. Sink on into it. Take your right hand, bring it over your left wrist. Back to center. Press the chest down towards the thighs. Come on up into a seated position. You're going to take your mat and your cushion. You're going to plop it in the center of your mat. We're going to go ahead and open the feet up. From here, we're going to inhale up, think long, flat back, and we're just going to see where our hands go. It could be here. You might feel comfortable to take it a little bit further out. We want to try and do this without rounding your upper back. So we're just getting another little hamstring, a little inner thigh. Excellent. Take your left foot into your right thigh. With that long back, you're going to look over the right foot. We're going to do the same thing. You're either on your thigh, your knee, maybe your shin. You could reach for your rope here or go all the way down to your toes. Breathe into it. If you're on your rope or your big toe, we're going to hold on. We're going to take your left arm. We're going to reach up and over. Try and look beyond that left armpit. A little bit deeper trunk stretch here. Center up. Let's switch sides. Looking really good, nice and long today. Inhale in, long, thigh, knee, shin, or big toe. Or you can go for your rope, sink it on down there. Beautiful. Either holding onto your rope, your big toe, reach it up and over. And bring it all the way down. Terrific job. Bring that up to the side. You can either choose to cross your legs, bring your legs straight in front of you, whichever feels best for you. How about that? You made it. Another Sunday. Lovely 30-minute relaxing stretch. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left hand, right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Tall, long spine. Inhale up. Take it on to the other side. One last one to the center this time. We're going to bring our hands down onto a little heart center. Super grateful for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you've been joining our fitness giveaway for the last week by posting a photograph of your home area, you, your pet, your workout buddy, and posting it, it's our last day today. So get your photos in. We'll do a live drawing at the end of our conditioning class tomorrow. Yay, I'm so excited, giveaways. Have an excellent Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.